What's up guys, it's Blank here, and today we're going to be looking at the classes that I use in multiplayer. There's a few things I have to say. So the way I'm doing it is I'm going to be going through assault rifles first, and then, as the guns go on, categories will change, so I'm going to go through categories. And I'm going to show differences in a couple things because I'm not like everybody else. I like to use what is best for me, what I think will get me through the situations that I go through all the time, and yeah, get on with the video, man. Okay, so here we have the ICR, the weapon you die to all the time in multiplayer. Anyways, I have reflex sight, grip 1, long barrel, and FMJ on it. I know, alright? In the comments, you're gonna be like, why aren't you using grip 2? Oh my god. Why aren't you using grip 2? Well, I'm gonna tell you why, alright? I don't use grip 2 because it fucks with my aim, to be honest with you. I've tried grip 2 a couple times, and I did not like it because it literally just stays where it is. And I'm used to controlling the recoil. As you can see, when I have the grip on, without me moving the analog stick or anything, it just goes up. Alright? Pew, 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 pew. Pew, pew, pew. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then, when the grip 2 is on, it literally stays there. And that is something that I do not like because I like to control my recoil. So, my opinion, I like to use only grip 1, and I like to use FMJ for the body armor using bitches, okay? And then here, we have acoustic sensor. Now, I fight between acoustic sensor and stim shot, but for the sake of this video, I use acoustic sensor at the moment rather than stim shot. I've been liking acoustic sensor more than stim shot. It just really depends on the situation I'm in. It's been working out really well for me. So. No secondary. Now, I know that's a little weird, alright, but I'll get there. Just hold on. Then we have Scavenger, Lightweight, and Dead Silence as our perks, okay? Now, if you really want to use the secondary, I would just take off perk 2, which is Lightweight, and just equip whatever secondary you want. Me, I use the RK7 all the time, but I don't do that because I can just pick up a weapon. I'm not really worried about my secondary, so why not just give it a perk slot? Then next up we have is the KN57. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this gun. But I like this gun a lot, actually. I like to use Elo sight, hybrid mags, grip, and stock. Especially stock. Stock is really important to me because when I can't move while I'm shooting, that shit is a problem for me. I hate being so slow while aiming and shooting somebody. It sucks, dude. Especially when you're against someone that has stock. So I like to use stock all the time if I get the chance. And it kind of sucks that in this game, you can only use stock on some weapons. But, hey man, I didn't create the game, and the game's pretty fun, so I'm not complaining. And then, once again, no secondary, acoustic sensor, Scavenger, Lightweight, Dead Silence. Again, if you want to use secondary, just take off Lightweight, put your secondary. Next up we have is the Vapor. Now, a lot of people like this gun. I'm kind of back and forth with it. Attachments were really hard to figure out, but eventually I found it. Excuse me. But for this weapon, you can switch from the Elo sight to reflex, or just any of the weapons that I mentioned. You could switch between the Elo and the reflex, but I use the Elo more. Then we have fast mags, stock, and long barrel. Attachments are hard because if you see, it has rapid fire and suppressor. I really would like to put suppressor on, but I don't like having all of the gun just with a bunch of attachments. So I like to keep it simple. Same perks, acoustic sensor again. And if you want to change your shit, you know what to do. Next gun up we have here is the SMGs. We're moving on to SMGs now. It's the GKS. Now, this gun was also hard to choose attachments for. I don't like to use a optic on it, which is weird, right? But if you do want to use an optic, I would use the reflex sight. Honestly, I mean, who would use all of this? I mean, I wouldn't, unless you know, you're going for your camos and shit. For the sake of just playing, I would not use a optic on it, unless it's reflex. So we have the grip 1 and 2. Like, this is weird, okay? Just hear me out, alright? And long barrel. Now, I like grip 2 on this weapon only because it's an SMG, alright? Because SMGs are like very close range, so the shots that you have to make if you're shooting from long range are just, you need a lot of hits. So I'm trying to be as accurate as I possibly can with an SMG, because I like to hit long shots. I don't know why, but I'm always hitting long shots. So I'm gonna put grip 1 and 2 on it. But if you don't want to use grip 2, take that shit off and use quick draw. Okay? Only because it's an SMG. You're gonna get in close fights. Well, if you're rushing. But if you're like me, you like those long shots, grip 2 is where it's at. And then here we have a secondary, only because I don't have an optic. But if you want to put an optic with all these attachments, you could just take off the secondary and just put reflex sight. But I don't, so I'm gonna keep the, you know, RK7 on there. And then we have acoustic sensor, same perks. And now we move on to the snipers. Now, these attachments were hard too, because you know it's a sniper. So you want, like, you know, you want to minimize your hit markers for one. And let me tell you, in this game, oh boy, there's a problem. But hit markers, you want to minimize those, and your sway stability. Alright? Now that's just me. I like to scope in a lot. Not really a quick scoper. My friends would say otherwise, but, you know, I don't think I'm a quick scoper at all. I mean, I guess I could say I'm decent at it, but I like to scope in more than quick scoping, so I try to put the attachments on that will keep me inside the scope and help me out, you know what I'm saying? So here we have high caliber, and I know that's weird, but just listen, alright? High caliber, sight reloader, and FMJ, alright? Now, I have high caliber because if you read the description, right? And I don't know if people have gotten this yet. I've read it because it's pretty good. But it says increase damage from the stomach up. Now, I say that people don't read it because if you look at high caliber on a different weapon, let me just find it. If you look at high caliber on a different weapon, all it says is increase damage to headshots. So, yeah, high caliber on a sniper, I like that. So I'm gonna put that bitch on, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get those kills fast. And then sight reloader, not only will let you reload while aiming, but you reload faster, so that's pretty much fast mags with an addition, you know what I'm saying? So that is why I have that on. And then FMJ for the armor using bitches in multiplayer. Next up we have is the Koshka, and this is the last gun. Woo, we made it. Koshka is a problem. It is a big problem. This gun gets hit markers like it's nothing, dude. It is not my go-to weapon, but it's a bolt action, and I like it. I like the weapon a lot. It just gets a bunch of hit markers. Another thing I like about this weapon is that it shoots fast. That is another thing I like. So here, this is kind of like my quick scope weapon, you know what I'm saying? Because the Paladin doesn't scope in as fast as the Koshka, only because you can put quick draw on it. So I like to have quick draw, high caliber, and fast mag. Now, it was a hard choice between quick draw and FMJ, but I would rather use the faster aiming than the FMJ, because this is my quick scope weapon, so I use this weapon when I quick scope when I'm up close. Then again, I don't think armor is really a problem anymore, because I barely see people using it now, which is a very good thing. So I'm glad that that is a thing now. Then we have acoustic sensor and shit. Well, those are my classes. These are the weapons that I go off with in every day I play this game. Besides when I'm getting headshots for the weapons that I don't use. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Alright. And don't forget, stay cool. And see you guys in our next video. Deuces.